You have been taught that forgiveness is strength. Forgive and forget, they say. Let go of anger, release the past, give second chances. This is a lie, one of the most dangerous lies ever sold to the weak. Forgiveness is not strength, it is surrender. It is you handing over your power to those who have already proven they will misuse it. The prince does not forgive. He remembers, he uses, he waits. Forgiveness is for those who cannot afford the luxury of justice. The first law of unforgiveness is the law of the unforgotten debt. Every wrong done to you is a debt. The one who wronged you owes you. They may never repay, but that does not mean you cancel the debt. The prince keeps his ledger. He does not forget. He does not forgive. He waits. Debts have a way of being collected when the debtor least expects it. The unforgotten debt is leverage. Leverage is power. Forgiving is throwing power away. The second law is the law of the unrepeated trust. Trust is not a gift, it is a loan. When someone betrays you, they have proven themselves a bad credit risk. The fool forgives and lends again, expecting different results. The prince does not forgive. He does not lend again. Trust, once broken, is never restored. The one who betrayed you has shown you who they are. Believe them. They will not change. Forgiving them does not change them. It only makes you vulnerable again. The third law is the law of the unhealed wound. You are told to heal, to let go, to move on. But wounds serve a purpose. They remind you, they warn you, they protect you. The prince does not heal his wounds completely. He keeps the scars visible to himself and to others. The scar is a lesson. It says, this is what happens when you trust the wrong person. It says, this is what betrayal looks like. It says, do not make this mistake again. The unhealed wound is wisdom written on the flesh. The fourth law is the law of the unopened door. Forgiveness is an open door. It says, you may enter again. It says, what you did does not matter. It says, I am still available to you. The prince keeps his doors closed. Those who have wronged him do not get a second invitation. They may knock, they may plead, they may change, but the door does not open. The closed door is not cruelty, it is consequence. Actions have consequences, and one consequence is permanent exclusion. The fifth law is the law of the unrepeated pattern. Those who wrong you will wrong you again. It is not a possibility, it is a pattern. The fool forgives and is surprised when the pattern repeats. The prince does not forgive. He observes the pattern and acts accordingly. He does not give second chances to those who have shown him exactly who they are. The pattern is the truth. Believe it. Act on it. Forgiving does not break the pattern, it feeds it. The sixth law is the law of the unreturned position. Forgiving someone who wronged you restores them to their former position in your life. They regain access, influence, opportunity. The prince does not restore. He may not destroy, he may not revenge, but he does not restore. Those who wrong him lose their place permanently. They may exist elsewhere, but not in his world. The position once lost is never regained. The seventh law is the law of the unweaponized apology. Apologies are often weapons. They disarm you. They make you feel that the matter is settled, that you must now move on, that holding a grudge is wrong. The prince does not let apologies disarm him. He hears the words, then watches the actions. An apology without changed behavior is manipulation. It is an attempt to reset the situation without earning the reset. The prince does not accept such resets. He holds his position. The eighth law is the law of the unforgotten lesson. Every wrong teaches a lesson. That lesson is valuable. Forgiving makes you forget the lesson. It erases the tuition you paid with your pain. The prince does not forgive because he will not forget what he paid to learn. The lesson is too expensive to discard. He keeps it, uses it, profits from it. The one who wronged him gave him an education. He will not waste it by forgiving the tuition. The ninth law is the law of the unrepaired reputation. When someone wrongs you, they damage more than your feelings. They damage your reputation. They show others that you can be wronged, that you are vulnerable, that there are no consequences for crossing you. Forgiving them repairs nothing. It tells the world that wronging you carries no permanent cost. The prince does not forgive because he must protect his reputation. Those who wrong him must be seen to suffer consequences, if not immediately, then eventually. The reputation for unforgiveness is the best protection for future wrongs. The 10th law is the law of the unshared burden. Forgiving someone who wronged you is often presented as a gift you give yourself, letting go, moving on, releasing the weight. But the weight is not yours to carry. It is theirs. They wronged you. The burden of that wrong belongs to them. When you forgive, you take their burden onto yourself. You carry what they should carry. The prince does not forgive because he will not carry another's weight. Their wrong is theirs. Let them carry it. The 11th law is the law of the unchanged nature. Forgiving someone does not change them. It does not make them better. It does not prevent them from wronging you again. The only thing that changes people is consequence. Pain teaches, loss teaches, consequence teaches. Forgiveness teaches nothing. It only resets the game so they can play again. The prince does not forgive because he wants people to learn. He lets them face the consequences of their actions. That is the only teaching that works. The 12th law is the law of the unwasted justice. Justice is not revenge, it is balance. When someone wrongs you, the scales are unbalanced. Forgiveness does not restore balance, it simply accepts the imbalance. Justice restores balance. The prince seeks justice, not revenge. He does not forgive because forgiveness leaves the scales tipped. He seeks to restore what was taken, to correct what was wronged, to balance what was unbalanced. Justice is not cruelty, it is order. Forgiveness is chaos dressed as mercy. Some debts can never be fully paid. Some wrongs can never be balanced. In such cases, the prince does not forgive. He simply closes the account. The debtor is removed from his world. The door is sealed. The matter is finished. This is not forgiveness. It is termination. The account is not forgiven. It is simply closed, and the debtor is no longer permitted to do business with the prince. Unfinished, but ended. Forgiving someone who wronged you can feel like strength, rising above, taking the high road, being the bigger person. But it is often weakness dressed as virtue. It is fear of conflict dressed as peace. It is inability to enforce consequences dressed as mercy. The prince does not need to take the high road. He builds his own road. He does not need to be the bigger person. He is already the only person who matters in his own world. His will is not broken by wrongs. It is strengthened by them. When you refuse to forgive, you keep something that is yours, your judgment, your standards, your boundaries. Forgiving shares your victory with the one who wronged you. It says, "We are even now. We start again. You are restored." The prince does not share his victories. He does not restore those who have proven themselves unworthy. His standards are his own, and he does not lower them to include those who have shown they cannot meet them. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Forgiving is a form of forgetting. It asks you to set aside what happened, to treat the past as if it did not occur. The prince does not forget, he remembers. He knows that those who wronged him once will wrong him again if given the chance. History is not a mistake to be forgiven, it is a teacher to be heeded. The prince listens to history and acts accordingly. When someone wrongs you, they try to take your power, your peace, your trust, your sense of safety. Forgiving them gives them what they wanted. It says, "You can wrong me, and I will absorb it, release it, move on." The prince does not absorb wrongs, he returns them, not necessarily with vengeance, but with consequence. He does not let wrongs pass through him unmarked. He marks them, records them, and ensures they have weight. His power is not stolen because he does not let it go. Forgiveness is often presented as a one-time act. You do it, it's done, you move on. But wrongs are not so easily dismissed. The prince does not pretend that one act of will can erase what happened. He accepts that some wrongs will always be with him. He does not forgive them, he incorporates them. They become part of his story, his wisdom, his strength. The unfinished forgiveness is not a failure, it is honesty. Forgiveness is often offered as the price of peace. Forgive and you will have peace. Let go and you will be free. But peace bought with forgiveness is false peace. The wrong remains, you have simply stopped acknowledging it. The prince does not buy peace at any price. His peace is not for sale. If peace requires him to pretend that wrongs don't matter, he chooses unrest. He will not trade truth for comfort. You will never be finished learning who deserves your trust and who does not. New people will enter your life. Some will prove worthy, some will not. The prince does not forgive those who prove unworthy. He simply removes them. His circle shrinks, then grows, then shrinks again, always refined by experience. The unfinished transformation is the work of a lifetime. Forgiveness would only slow the refining. Those who wronged you will seek your eyes. They want to see your pain, your anger, your forgiveness. They want to know that they still matter to you, still affect you, still exist in your world. The emotionless one does not return their gaze. He looks through them, past them, beyond them. They become invisible, irrelevant, non-existent. The unreturned gaze is the ultimate rejection. It says, "You do not matter enough for me to even acknowledge you." Those who wronged you will eventually plead for forgiveness, for mercy, for another chance. Their pleas are performances. They have rehearsed them, polished them, perfected them. The emotionless one does not hear their pleas. He does not listen, does not consider, does not engage. Their words become noise, then silence. The unheard plea is the most powerful response, because it is not a response at all. It is absence. When someone wrongs you, a part of your relationship dies. The fool mourns this death, tries to resurrect it, forgives in hopes of bringing it back. The prince does not mourn. He does not try to resurrect what is dead. He simply notes the death and moves on. The relationship is over. It has no future. Forgiving would be like trying to breathe life into a corpse, futile and slightly grotesque. Those who have wronged you will write letters of apology, letters of explanation, letters begging for response. Each letter is a test. The fool opens them, reads them, considers them. The prince does not open, he does not read, he does not consider. The unopened letter is returned to sender, not physically, but metaphysically. It is rejected without being examined. Its contents do not matter because its sender no longer matters. You have now received the laws of unforgiveness. They are not for the faint of heart. The world will call you harsh, unforgiving, cold. Let them talk. They are the same ones who told you that forgiveness is strength, that second chances are virtue, that letting go is freedom. They were wrong. Forgiveness is surrender. Unforgiveness is sovereignty. The prince does not forgive because he does not forget. He remembers, he learns, he protects. He does not let those who have wronged him back into his world. He does not pretend that wounds don't matter. He does not buy peace at the price of truth. He keeps his ledger, his scars, his lessons. They are his. They made him who he is, and he will not give them away for any price, not for forgiveness, not for peace, not for the approval of those who have never walked his path. Be unforgiving, be sovereign, be the prince.